Welcome, everyone, to an Earth Science Information Partners Education Out to Lunch webinar. We're very happy to have all of you here. And today we are going to look at some resources from the American Geosciences Institute. But in general, these out to lunch webinars are 10-minute webinars with 5 minutes of time for Q&A to introduce an earth science resource or a data set or something that you can use in your earth and space science and environmental science teaching. And with that, I'm going to hand it off to our speaker today, Lauren.
Great, thanks, Carla. I'm Lauren Brazzi with American Geosciences Institute. I'm going to be talking today about Earth Science Week and specifically our 2025 Toolkit, which is about energy resources for our future. Just a little bit about AGI. We're a nonprofit organization, our federation actually that works with a bunch of different organizations that represents and serves the geoscience community. And we've been facilitating and hosting Earth Science Week for more than 25 years, which is, again, just a way to get all the good geoscience resources out to teachers and outreach specialists and help people celebrate our Earth. And so more about Earth Science Week, it's always the second full week of October. So this year it will be October 12th to the 18th of 2025. And we set the theme every year about 10 or so months ahead of time and start collecting resources from all of our different organizations, which I'll share shortly. And we put together a toolkit of resources that we distribute at no cost to the teachers. Just shipping costs, which is, again, minor. And then we distribute those resources for teachers and outreach specialists. We also organize contests and different events. There's also focus days during Earth Science Week. We have webinars, and there's also contests. And we have a new contest this year, which I'm excited to talk about at the end of this short webinar. I could talk about Earth Science Week for an hour. This is 10 minutes, so I'm going to be quick. Just a heads up, our website hopefully is very easy to navigate around, but we'll share a bunch of links that relate to each of the topics I'm talking about. And again, I'll go quick, but feel free to stop me or ask questions at the end.
I've been putting links in the chat.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks, Carla. So here's our Earth Science Week toolkit. It is filled with posters and bookmarks and different resources for educators to use in their teaching and outreach specialists. And on the back of our toolkit is a list of our sponsors and program partners. And so if you are getting an Earth Science Week toolkit or watching a webinar, you can see the vast list of all of our organizations that we work with that are in support of Earth Science Week and that we really help promote during Earth Science Week. This is one of our resources we promote for Earth Science Week. It's our Earth Science Week poster, and this is the front. This year, because our theme is energy resources for our future, we've highlighted 10 different energy sources. And then again, just displaying those sources where they are. And then on the back, we list different activities that we could do with the poster front, such as organize those energy sources as renewable, non-renewable. Think about which of those different resources your community uses for energy. We also give information about the types of energy sources that are on the front, some different graphs you could use in your classroom, and then also some other innovative energy sources. And so the front of the poster is what we kind of would expect an educator or an outreach location to put up as display and to utilize. And then on the back, we give some resources for those people to use them with students. Another poster we create is our Geologic Map Day poster. This year, we're featuring the Cooperative National Geologic Map from the USGS. They put it together and just launched it officially last month. So we're excited to be able to feature it on our Earth Science Week poster. There also is an online database with this map that you can go to and utilize with your students. Similarly, we have related activities that use the poster front and use the interactive database that are online this year. They're on our Earth Science Week 2025 website. This is a great resource. There's a lot of information in here. And so being able to kind of tackle that map from an educator's point of view, we help you with and guide you with. So again, going into here, there could be a lot of things to get lost in. Such as we worked with the USGS to create a map of just different types of rocks. So igneous, metamorphic, sedimentary, and then some other unconsolidated components so that teachers can use it as a resource. Because if you look back at this map, it is quite complex. And one of the basics we know that are in educational standards are just what types of rocks there are in the rock cycle. And so we created this rock build with the help of our USGS partners. So for example, you can go through and click on where are the igneous rocks located, where are metamorphic rocks, where are sedimentary rocks, unconsolidated sediments, and then new for this type of map is our glacial till, which is a new feature that they added in the Cooperative National Geologic Map. So there's a PowerPoint we have available on our website where you can click these on and off and some activity questions to ask with students related to this map build. And then again, just all the different types together. And we have the colorful versions as well that show the full colors from this type of map that you can use the key from the poster to kind of dive into as well. That's a fun resource that we're happy to launch for Earth Science Week. And then on the back of the Geologic Map Day poster, we kind of looked more so at Hawaii and the different types of energy sources. Again, looking at geologic maps, we of course focus on geothermal energy for Hawaii, but also on wind power and solar power. And so there's different resources and information that you can get from this poster, and then also online activities that are available on our website. Another resource we are excited to include in our Earth Science Week Toolkit this year is an activity from Visible Geology. If you've never looked at this program before, it's really cool. You go online and you can look at their pre-built models, such as this Grand Canyon model on the bottom, where you can look at a cross-section of the Grand Canyon. You can look at a core of an area, turn it around, rotate it, look at the history of how it formed. And students can also go on and build their own models. And so if you're looking at, let's say, a diagram like the block diagram, like the top one, you can ask questions like, what happened first? Was there bedding? Was there a fold? Was there fault? Was there a pluton? All these different items that you can explore with students. And that's what their activity is in the Earth Science Week Toolkit this year. And then also there are other lessons that are available online through Visible Geology. One of our prime resources during Earth Science Week is also our Earth Science Week calendar. And that's a collection. It is a calendar. It has geoscience related days and events highlighted, but then on the top of each calendar page, there's an activity. And so it's a collection of 12 different activities from 12 organizations, which ESIP is included in one of the activities. And then there's also some Earth observation data and resources on every single page. So for example, here's our October calendar activity page, since we're in October already. And it's an activity from the National Park Service. And you can see it's just a quick activity related to geothermal features. There's some hands-on component. Usually there's analysis of maps or other sorts of data that are available online as well. And I'm sure Carla will talk more about the ESIP activity next week.
I will.
Whatever other program or resources we have in our Earth Science Week kit is our Earth Science Week Partners resource page. And it's a collection of small blurbs from some of our partner organizations and QR codes to their resources that are available online. And so again, one of the main goals of our Science Week is just to share out about the many organizations and the many resources that are great to use. And this is hopefully a really effective way to get you to different organizations' websites quickly. Online, there's even more resources. We have our online toolkit, which links to some of the posters and activities that are in the kit. And sometimes there's additional information online that is not included in the kit. So it's worth going to and checking out. Also, we have Earth Science Week classroom activities, and all of the activities that we've had for Earth Science Week, there's more than 100 or so activities, are available online here. These are definitely shorter activities, not meant to be like full lesson plans and curricula. They're just, again, quick activities you could do as an educator or as an outreach specialist. If you're looking for more in-depth curricula or more complete lesson plans, we have those available through our AGI Education Outreach website. With Earth Science Week being Energy Resource for Our Future, we focus on that throughout the celebration, but there's also focus days that happen throughout the week. And these are consistent throughout every Earth Science Week. And so you can look at the collection of dates there. One of the most celebrated days is definitely National Fossil Day, where we have a lot of organizations promoting and taking part in events. And so you can look out for National Fossil Day events in addition to Earth Science Week events or any of these days listed. During our Science Week, AGI is compiling resources. We're sharing out resources. We do not host our Science Week events. There are many events around the world that are occurring. We host instead an Earth Science Week webinar series to ensure that there's equal access to anyone that wants to watch them. We typically have an Earth Day kickoff webinar, and that happens again in April when Earth Day is, and then that launches our celebration of Earth Science Week. And then we have 4 to 5 webinars during the actual Earth Science Week. You can see a list of our lineup on the right in the image. And you can go to the link Earth Science Week / webinar, Earth Science Week dash webinars from a bit.ly link, and it takes you to our Earth Science Week page, which then you can go and register for one or more of those upcoming webinars, which air at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And those recordings are available immediately on YouTube. And so if you're in classroom teaching, which typically educators are at 1 p.m. Eastern time for an hour webinar, you can watch it later. You can also take clips of it that you can then share with your students or watch. We typically at least reserve 10 minutes of each webinar to directly address teachers and make sure that we can help them use the content from the webinar in their classroom, or the organization is sharing something specific with teachers that they've created. And then lastly, I'll talk about Earth Science Week contests. Every year we've had a photo, video, visual arts, and essay contest, and you can see the ages and the location requirements listed. We have wide participation, and they're great, especially using as assignments, the essay one for middle school teachers with your students. But again, we have lots of participation. This year, we are excited to launch our lesson plan contest with Word Science. It just launched yesterday, October 1st, and submissions are due by November 14th, 2025. And there's more information on our website about it, but essentially it's creating a lesson plan within their lesson plan template, which utilizes an item such as those listed about energy resources for our future. The winners will receive $300 of Word Science gift card, and then also an AGI publication similar to our other contest winners. And so with that, I know a quick 10 minutes about Earth Science Week, but hopefully it wasn't too overwhelming. And if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me or any of my colleagues that are listed. Also, there's our bit.ly to Earth Science Week, and Carla has put probably many items in the chat. And with that, I will take questions and appreciate your time to be here.
If you wish to simply unmute and ask a question, that's fine too. We can look in the chat.
No questions for me. I have to run, but thank you very much. This is really helpful, and I will go check out the toolkit this afternoon.
Thanks,
Thank
Sherry.
you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
I've used your material before, so I don't have any questions, but this was just great. I just love how you do, and I do share with my department,
Perfect.
so they get a chance to use a lot of this information too. But I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Judith. And I encourage you to do the teacher contest this year, since you're so familiar with Earth Science Week. It's a new feature that we hope will continue in the future, but we're unsure of. So we know it's this year. So I encourage you to take advantage.
Okay. Looking, I'm part-time now. I'm not full-time anymore.
Yeah. It applies to anyone that submits a lesson plan for K through 12 students. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So Lauren, can you click on that last link in the chat? That's just a preview for next week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been saving all your links.
Sure. There you go. So next week, we're going to work through this Earth Science Calendar activity from
Oh,
ESIF
okay.
on analyzing trends and energy consumption. If you've never been to the um, Energy Information Administration, the U.S. Energy Information Administration. It's an amazing data set and portal of all kinds of interactives with different data sets around renewable energy, CO2 emissions, all kinds of different things. So we'll take that 10 minutes and we'll work through this activity. But you can find it at that link, which also points back to Earth Science Week. And I believe that what are we? We are July 2026. So this is one of the calendar pages in the calendar that Lauren
Oh,
showed.
okay.
So that will be next Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. The following Tuesday, in celebration of Earth Science Week, unfortunately, we will be competing with one of AGI's 1 p.m. webinars, but ours 15 minutes. We're going to share an activity called Color a Pixel, in which students can look at a satellite image of some sort and they color it gets gridded, they color it and kind of figure out what it is. It's an introduction to pixels, to resolution, and all kinds of satellite remote sensing projects. And that's on the 14th because that is Earth Observation Day of Earth Science Week. So And with that, I will thank everyone for coming, and we will get this up on YouTube and send out the link so that you will also have the recording of the webinar.